We're about to debut a new segment called
We are?
I Told You So.
What's it called again?
I Told You So.
I like that.
So in the preseason, I asked the question. I said, hey, Carolina Panthers, Dave Canales, why isn't Bryce Young playing? So hiring you in Carolina was the right hire. It was, because Bryce Young is talented. He's in the same mold of a Baker Mayfield, a Heisman Trophy winner, smaller guy, can move around, can make all the throws, can make plays with his feet. But he's just in his second year. And he ain't CJ Stroud. So why ain't he played yet?
Yeah, I think he needs reps, more reps too.
To play football. It is extremely difficult to get better at football when you don't play. It's
Especially
not like,
live reps, though.
Yes, it's not like we've seen them light it up. An example, the Raiders. They're one of the only teams who didn't do joint practices. So that's why we've been seeing the starting defense play in these preseason games, because they need to get live bullets versus other teams. Can I tell you a little bit about why I thought he should have been getting more reps? I don't know. Maybe on opening day, Bryce Young. 13 of 30, 161 yards, 2 interceptions, got sacked 4 times, 4 carries for 12 yards and a touchdown.
Man.
I don't want to be the one to say it, but I don't mind saying it. Carolina Panthers, Dave Canales, Bryce Young. I told you so. I told you. Should have been getting reps. You should have been getting reps. Oh, wait a minute. Was that all that I said? Oh, no, there's more. There's more. So in preseason, I was watching the Green Bay Packers playing the Denver Broncos, and I said, hey, anybody who's watched the Green Bay Packers, if you watched them, we might want to keep Jordan Love healthy. There's some quality backups out there, and I personally believe this. I don't know what you believe. I think the most valuable position in all of football is backup quarterback. Yeah. Because did you see Green Bay's offense versus Denver? Green Bay offensive line. Protect Jordan Love at all costs, because if he does not play, if he gets injured, it's over. And what ended up happening? Jordan Love ended up getting hurt in week 1, and he's supposed to be out from 3 to 6 weeks.
Luckily, it's not the season, and thankfully, because he played. He had some unbelievable
Did you
throws.
see the video, the close-up where it looked kind of like you could see something pop in his knee?
Yeah.
I thought it was over with.
Me too.
I thought it was over with. But he left the game with a knee injury, and Malik Willis is the start versus the Colts. Malik Willis is 1-2 in his career as a starter with 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
But didn't you predict all this, though? So, and
wait,
what's this segment called again?
Did I predict this? Oh, yeah. Darn, I did. So, Green Bay Packers. Packers faithful. Fans. I told you so. I told you so.
Hey, but at least thankfully, they have Malik Willis to start.
Thankfully, they have Malik Willis.
To me, in the preseason, he looked pretty good on some of the throws. I know last year when he played, it wasn't very hot, but he looked pretty good in the preseason.
Yeah, and to speak a little bit more about that, this is why when Matt LaFleur and that team says, oh, we don't need a number 1 receiver. We got a bunch of guys that can play. We got a bunch of number 1s. We don't need a bona fide number 1. We don't need that. We got guys. I tell you what, that's cool when you got a quarterback who's viable, who can pick people apart in the flow of the offense. But when you got a guy like Malik Willis who doesn't know any of these people, he barely know the plays, there's no chemistry. You know what you do? You sit him down and you say, look, if you get in a bind, go to him. If it's 3rd and short or 4th down and we got to go to somebody, we going to him. He's the one. We got our run game going. But if you can't figure it out and you don't know what to do, tell him to get open. Who is that guy for the Green Bay Packers? We don't know. But that's why you need a number 1. Do you always need a number 1? No. But you got to have a guy, somebody. for situations like this. But you know what? What do I know?
I think Josh Jacobs is going to have to pick up the slack, though.
He's going to have to pick up the slack.
And the O-line, too. The O-line has to protect that much better to give Malik time to go through his reads and all of that.
Did you see them Colts rushing versus the Texans?
Yes, I did.
Did you see that Colts D-line rushing versus the Texans?
DeForest Buckner is coming.
All right. All right.
But he is.
Yeah. All right. So, shoot. But anyway, that's our new segment called I Told You So. Oh, please believe me and my colleague, we've been talking real heavy and we know a little bit about football. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that won't be the last time we say I told you so.